did you ever feel judged by the way you wear your hair?
All the time. When I first entered the workforce, I was so fearful. I never saw any other women that had their natural hair out. So I became so discouraged that I stopped wearing my natural hair out altogether. I always had it straight. It was really fearful for me. And I remember when I first graduated college, I decided that I was going to get box braids before I started my first job. And I reached out to my mother and she said, you know what, that's not a good idea. You don't know how that'll be received in the work environment. So I canceled the appointment. And it was really hard for me. It was a tough decision. I don't understand why my work ethic is deemed
tied
by
to the way your hair looks.
Yeah.
And it's not here at the Tamron Hall Show. That's
No,
why you're here.
not at
You're
all.
fabulous.
Yes.
And your parents are very proud of you. So, New York is not the first state to have a law like this. California actually has now become the first state to ban discrimination based on natural hairstyles. They went a step further. They say employees and even public school students should not be discriminated against because of the way they wear the hair. It's called the Crown Act. It actually takes effect January 1st. Well, California Governor Gavin Newsom enacted this law, and he joins us now from our affiliate, KCRA in Sacramento. Governor, thank you so much for your time.
Great to be with you. Hello, everybody.
I know that, like the rest of us, you saw this video. It went viral last year of this wrestler, this young boy who in New Jersey had his hair cut right before the mat because the person overseeing the wrestling match said it was not appropriate. This resonated with you to see this child crying his eyes out, getting his hair just ripped out of his head, it seemed, and this is why the bill was important to you.
Yeah, I mean, it makes your blood boil, but also makes you deeply empathetic to watch another human being put in that humiliating position. His personal pride and then his desire to compete and to see the people around him trying to sort of prop him up, but to see that hair cut off for no good reason. That was sort of, for us, the flag that we recognized needed to be planted in terms of a pushback against that kind of discrimination that happens every single day in this country, not just in high-profile instances like that, but as you say, in schools, not just in professional situations at places of work. So we're really proud of California taking the lead, and we're hoping other states, not just the city of New York, but other states across the country do the same.
We know New Jersey did something, it took action as well, but you know, again, it's 2019. I think a lot of people are surprised that we would need a law to keep people from being discriminated against because of their hair.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, hair discrimination is racial discrimination. Racial discrimination in this context is often gender discrimination as well. For women that have to straighten their hair, that have to use chemicals in their hair, that have to be something they're not naturally. And so fundamentally, this is a much deeper issue than perhaps most people think. And it's also a very intense and emotional issue. I had a couple of young members of my staff, no exaggeration, after we signed the bill, they came up to me with tears in their eyes, expressing the fact that they had really hidden their true identity all these years because they even thought in a state like ours, in a bureaucracy that prides itself on its diversity, that they couldn't fit in. And so I just think this is something that deserves attention and it deserves to be advanced, as I said, across this country.
Governor, we certainly appreciate you joining us. I know that you have so much going on in your state, but to see this as an important issue, because to your point, it is about race, it is about gender, and it affects someone's ability to move forward. And if any of us are kept down, that means all of us are kept down. So thank you so much, Governor, for your time, and we really appreciate it.